Hey everybody, it's HaloMan27 and I'm back for episode 50 of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In this episode, we are going to be taking on the Water Dragon's little test. And we are going to be trying to collect all of the Tad tones to make up her part of the Song of the Hero. Hey, are you collecting the Tad tones? Yep! I'll let you in on a secret then. Some Tad tones hang out in groups. You have to catch those similar Tad tones, one right after the other, or they'll swim out of your score. If you want to catch a bunch at once, use spin maneuver to draw in nearby Tad tones. That's your best bet. Aside from that, it's really just a matter of keeping at it. Okay, well, a demonstration of that would be this group right here, where you just spin through and boom, shaka-laka, you get all them Tad tones. As I'm sure you guys have probably figured out, the entire point of me purchasing that air potion in the previous episode was for collecting these Tad tones. There are a couple of them in these trees, I know that, but I can't remember exactly where they are. So I apologize in advance if I screw up everything. But there are two of them there. And they do recover a little bit of air when you pick them up. So that is definitely something worth noting, because it's easy to not run out of air as long as you're picking them up. You can talk to this guy. In fact, I will. Why not? The pretty bubbles are poisonous. Be careful, if you breathe one in, you'll choke. So basically, if you pick up one of those purple bubbles, you will lose some air. Here's the example of what I mean by the Tad tones give you air. Like, spinning, as you would expect, uses a decent chunk of air, but then they actually give you a good chunk of air back. So it's super helpful, actually. And wow, how did I not hit that bubble? All in all, this part, there's really not much to talk about, though. I'm actually going to quickly forget about my air potion, because you're supposed to use that up when you're not in the water, and I'm a stupid, so I will actually go up and do that momentarily. But there's a fair number of them that are kind of like back to back to back, so if you start collecting some, it's really easy to go from there to some other ones. Sorry, I'm kind of like trying to pay attention to the game because I'm trying to remember where they are and stuff, but at the same time not pay attention to the game because, I don't know, commentating is weird sometimes. I'm going to quickly use this air potion, and with that we can now basically, like, look at that. Look at the air meter. When I spin, it does like nothing to my air. That's the point of the air meter, or the air potion. And then with the collecting of Tad tones and the air potion, you'll basically just like never run out. So it's super duper helpful if you want to be super effective at collecting Tad tones. And we're gonna... Really? Really? Okay, let's try that again. Or miss. I never was a huge fan of trying to hit these like pufferfish into things. It always was really inconvenient for everyone. Come on. Also, I don't think I've ever really mentioned if you let go of A, you'll slow down and have different swimming controls. There we go! That time it actually worked. And now little green over there. That was not a reference I was trying to make, but I'm finding it hilarious. He'll like swim away. But as you could obviously see, we picked him up. Yeah, this part really, there's not much to it. It's really easy, especially if you have an air potion, because like you can't even see that bar moving. That's the extent of it. And when you get to like a group of them like this, boom, your air is just full, like that. Now, though, once we've collected enough of them, these fish guys will be like, I'm gonna poop on your party. Hey, Rick, some nasty fish seem to have swam their way into the flooded woods. I'd hate to bump into those things underwater, Q. Watch your toes! They'll join in on the party to try and poop on your party, and in reality, they are nothing to you. Like, they are so negligible. And crashing into those apparently does not actually do anything, except obviously it hurts Link a little bit. I'm going to not be able to get rid of that marker. Yes, I can. Get out of here! Oh, wow! So, that shows you the ones you've collected. I did not even realize that was a thing, but apparently it is. So, if you, for some reason want to see which ones you've collected, there you go. That doesn't really seem that helpful to me, personally. Here's a red guy that we're going to want to grab. He is a single one. Yeah, I don't know, if you're using like a map or something, then maybe that could be helpful, because it shows you which ones you've already gotten, and obviously I'm sure you guys can figure out how knowing which ones you've gotten would be useful, so I don't know why I'm really talking about it. Goodness sake, Self. Get with the program. But, yeah. I don't know. Like I've said, this minigame, it's sort of a minigame. It's really, really easy. Like, even if you don't have the air potion, then you just can't be constantly spinning around, and it's just as simple as that. Like, there's not much to it. As you can see, there's some down below us, and I'll actually go there in a moment, because I want to get this individual guy first. Oh? Q, Rick, can you hear me? I thought of something good. Why don't you come and chat with me for a moment, Q? No? I could, but, you know, for the sake of the walkthrough, I'll grab these guys, and then I'll go up there and see what he has to say. So, let's go! Actually, did I just see some swimming in the distance? I did! Sweet deal. Come back here. Yeah! Okay, now let us go see what Elder Kikiwi? Let's see what you got for us, or not. I suck horribly at everything. What up? Q, how nice to see you again, Rick. How goes the Tadtone gathering? I actually thought of something you might be interested to know. You see, it's like, how should I explain this, Q? There was a technique you used to search for the others of my tribe. Oh! Okay, so this is actually helpful. He will tell you, hey, you should use dowsing, and then Fee will register dowsing for Tadtones, which I completely forgot he did that, but it's really helpful. You can't use dowsing underwater, but here, I'll just show it off, because I'm not entirely sure where the next group could be. So, for example, it's like, oh, whip out your Tadtone dowsing, not your treasure dowsing. Then it's like, oh, there's some over there on the other side of the map, and there's some down there and stuff. It just makes your life easier. Because obviously that's basically what dowsing does. As you can see, because we have our potion medal, the air potion is still lasting at this point. Like, I think it would have run out by now if we didn't have the potion medal. So it's super handy to have that. It just saves you having to, like, collect bubbles and stuff. It's not like a huge difference. I just spun through that guy and totally domed him. That was pretty beast, if I do say so myself, which clearly I just did. I believe the 3 scores, or is that what I meant to say? The 3 sections of the score at the bottom, I guess, is, yeah. They are all kind of referring to different areas, if I recall correctly. Like, this side over here that I'm trying to slowly get to, but instead crashing into an invisible wall because I'm stupid and clearly have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing. Yeah, this is all like one section and stuff like that. Oh, hey, gent. And I'm going to go quickly pick up an air bubble. Just like that. And I believe I totally swam past something that was over here. I'm actually going to quickly go up here and use the dowsing we got. Because why not? That's what it's there for. I kind of wish I had paid more attention to where these were and figured out that beforehand. Oh! He just immediately forgets where I am. Okay, so we have some way over there. Some up there. Is that all? Yeah, apparently. Sweet. Sweet deal. And if you actually, like, rush that guy head on, that's a thing you can do. Where is this? What? Okay, 1 second. Oh, you're right there. Let's see. Okay, that is why I could not remember. Alright. Yes, that's what I meant by you can rush them head on, and I believe if while they're stunned you crash into them a second time, you can actually kill them. Yes, you can. Sweet. I actually do sort of know what I'm talking about sometimes. Awesome. But as for the Tadtone that we are about to go get, it's actually up. Despite where it shows it being, you have to go up onto the tree, which... what am I trying to say? Learn how to speak! Goodness! Which is actually way easier to do if you did it beforehand. Because I think I now have to go through the entire tree again, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, what the heck was that, Link? That didn't even make sense. These are the ones that are in the tree that I was meaning to get before, and I totally swam past. Or it's not in a tree, and I have no idea what I'm talking about, apparently. Well, shows what I know about this game. Freaking nothing. Episode 50, still have no idea what I'm doing in the game that I'm playing. Sounds good. Now, if I recall, there should be an entrance somewhere. Okay, it's not even going to let me, is it? Nope. How lame sauce. Let's see if I can get this tadpole without flipping the platform over. Let us take a gander. Work! Or crash into him. And that. Come on, you know you want to. Okay, no you don't. I understand. I wouldn't want to be dealt... What? I don't even know what I'm talking about! But wow, this potion's actually lasting like forever, apparently. I say right as it starts to run out! Wow. Okay, I see how it is. Go, Link! Swirl your way into the room. And our potion is now going to run out. Which, kinda lame sauce. But that's okay, because it doesn't really matter that much. Our air will now start going down like normal. Or it'll still just not move, apparently. But our swirl takes up way more now, as I mentioned previously, because that was the point of getting the air potion to begin with. And... hello, Farron. We're gonna have to come back in here in about 3.5 seconds after we collect the final Tadtone and talk to you. But that's okay. Both of these two, like this episode and the one before it, are both taking considerably longer than I was meaning for them to. And in hindsight, I am so dumb! Oh my gosh! I knew that there was claw shot pads up to here, and I completely forgot, and then I allowed them to come up and smack me. Everything sucks, except that. That went proper. Oh well. At least now. There we go. Now I have all of them. And there we go. Oh, Rick, you've gathered all the Tadtones, haven't you? That's no small feat, or should I say no small beat? Q! Anyway, hurry and return to the water dragon, and I will do that. Because, as I mentioned 2 seconds ago, when I was going through the room that I didn't have to go through, that is what we have to do now. So, actually getting onto this platform and using these little grapple pads that were supplied to us and I should have used before, and I'm not sure if I could have used right at the start. I'm not actually sure. I don't know if we originally had to go through. I think we did, and then those appeared after we went through the first time, but I'm not 100% sure. Anywho, hello! What is going on, dragon? Ah, you've brought back all my colorful little heads. You are indeed worthy of being called a hero. This much is clear. I'm good for my words, so I'll teach you a part of the song you seek. And we learned the first part of the Song of the Hero! Originally, I had planned to keep these woods underwater so those awful monsters could never return, but your task is far from over and you're not exactly at home in the water. I suppose I'll return to the woods to their natural state. All this excitement has been rather draining. I believe I'll retire to my hall. You'd best be on your way as well. Okay. And with that, we have actually fixed the flooding in Farron Woods, which is awesome, because, as you can see, it is now returned to normal. So I believe there's now well, not a couple things we could do here. Like, now you would be able to collect the goddess cubes and stuff again if you hadn't before. Oh, Blue Lady. Yes, as I suspected, the water level... Oh my goodness, learn to talk! The water level in Farron Woods has dropped. The forest has returned to its former, less aquatic state. Master, the melody you just acquired is one part of the Song of the Hero. I recommend you seek out the other two dragons in their respective areas to learn the other two parts of the song. Okay, and I'm actually going to jump down here and sailcloth. And you don't really have anything for us, do you? Why did I jump down here? I didn't even mean to do that! These past two episodes, man, I'm telling ya, not my finest work. But, now that we are actually done here, I'm actually going to meet you guys over at Skyloft, because there's something I would like to knock out of the way while we are here. Or while we can, because I think we can. I'm gonna go find that out for sure. So, BRB! Whoosh! As you can see, I've come to Skyloft, and I am in the Knights Academy, and I've come into the room of Instructor Owlin. Oh, Rick, how did it go? Were you able to hear what Levias had to say? I see, I was right then. There's something special about you. I have a feeling you and that vibrant loftwing of yours will be just fine. The road ahead of you certainly won't be a smooth one, but don't lose faith. Ahem. By the way, would you be willing to listen to a little request of mine as well? As I'm sure you're aware, I'm the eminent authority on plant collecting in Skyloft, if I do say so myself. But you see, I've begun to fear that I've collected everything I can hope to collect. My plant collection now features every known species. I've started wondering if, in light of your travels, there isn't some way you might be able to discover something new for me. What do you think? Would you be willing to look for a new plant species for me? Perhaps something exotic. The kind that would turn a few heads. Okay! Aha! I knew that you would be willing to help me out, Rick. I'm truly sorry to trouble you, but please, try to bring me something rare, something no one will have seen before. And, Blue Lady, your dowsing ability will be calibrated to locate the plant that this person seeks. However, if you are searching for another object, some blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. Yes. Almost said not now. Understood, Master. I will set the plant in question as your current dowsing target. And we are actually now going to return to the Farron Woods. I think we probably could have done this before we went and dealt with Levias, as well as those other two, or other however many side quests we had done. But I kinda didn't really think about it until just now. But I will actually meet you guys back in the Farron Woods, over by where we need to go for that plant. So, BRB. As you can see from the map, we are over on the east side of the woods. And we are standing in front of Ulu, and we are going to talk to Ulu. What's going on, Ulu? Oh, hello again, Queek! I've been hiding out for so long my shoulders are stiff. What shoulders? How rude! I do have shoulders, Queek! They're just not very pronounced. All I was trying to say is that constantly hiding from danger is a stressful way to live, But sometimes I wonder, Keep, if isn't there somewhere peaceful I can live without fear, without having to hide? There is. Totally. Oh, that's fantastic news, Kookaroo! I want you to take me there as soon as you can! I can verify with only 40% accuracy that this person is a plant. However, Alan's field of study includes cataloging unidentified plant species. We can take this creature to Skyloft using the robot. Would you like to call the robot? I guess so. Yes, Master, I will signal the robot with telepathic transmission. And here it comes again. This is actually the last side quest in the game, believe it or not. So, Mistress Blue Lady, I hope you weren't waiting long, Bazat. So you want me to carry this, Zerbert? Move it, Zerp. Forcing me to tell you every time reduces my overall efficiency, Burzit. What a jerk. Yeah, this will get us the final gratitude crystals. So, we will be able to get the final reward from Batro, which I will also cram into the end of this video. Because I keep doing that! Master, I suggest we also return to the sky and carry the Kikri to his destination quickly. Videos turn out to be, like, decently long, and then I keep making them even longer. But I will meet you back up at Instructor Owlin. So, BRB, once again. As you can see, we have returned to Instructor Owlin. And... oh. Huh. I've come bearing the unusual Kikwi. That wasn't a very robotic voice. He just drops him on his face. Everybody do the flop. Psh! Ting! If you need me again, just call. Derp. More like, because he's an idiot. I'm just kidding. This is unbelievable! You found me an entirely new plant species. It is precisely what I wanted. Fascinating. Should this actually be classified as flora or fauna? I mean plant or animal. You know, this may very well mark the discovery of a new type of species altogether. Splat! Poof! Oh, how incredible! The world is still full of new plants waiting to be discovered, isn't it? I can barely contain my excitement. Oh, Rick, you have no idea what this means to me. Thank you so much. I'll take great care of this plant, life form, whatever it is. If you should happen across another interesting specimen, be sure to let me know. And he gives us the final 5 gratitude crystals of the game! Because for some reason they decided for it to be capped at 90 instead of 100. And that's 80, so clearly I have no idea what I'm talking about. Because 80 is not 90 or 100, and I am stupid. I'll meet you at Batro, because we want to go turn in those gratitude crystals. And see what happens with him. So I will meet you there. BRB! As you can see, we have arrived at Batro's house with the final gratitude crystals. Oh my, you've gathered 80 gratitude crystals! If I'm not mistaken, that's all the gratitude crystals in the whole wonderful world! Thank you so much! Please accept this final gift with all my gratitude. And he gives us the Tycoon Wallet! This wallet can hold 9,000 rupees, and in addition, we have the 3 extensions that are 300 more each, and that brings us up to a maximum rupee capacity of 9,900. And with this, he has now acquired all the gratitude crystals he needs to become a human. Will he really be able to make the transformation? His heart is aflutter! It's... ah! Poof. Oh, he looks so different! Well, how do I look, my dear friend Rick? Oh, you needn't even say it. I can tell from the look of sheer astonishment on your face. My appearance has changed so dramatically you've been struck speechless, haven't you? Allow me to tell you this. There's simply no word in your language to describe how grateful I am for your help. I am deeply touched. From now on, I plan to live happily with everyone else. Not as a monster, but as any other person. So, aside from getting the Tycoon Wallet, there's also one other kind of minor change to Skyloft now. I think you can actually see Batro. I can't remember where. Somewhere in the town during the day. I'll probably show that off at some point. Maybe. Perhaps. If I run into him, probably. But aside from that, at nighttime in the town, monsters no longer spawn. So there's not going to be any more bats and stuff like that. So there's actually nothing to harm you anymore at nighttime. The demon kitties are still around, But they are no longer hostile at nighttime. They will just kind of exist and be cute little animals that don't want to eat your soul. Which is nice, because they were kind of evil before. But this episode is drawing out to be rather lengthy, so I guess in the next episode we will head over to the Elden Volcano and we'll see about trying to find the dragon that's over there. So this has been Halo Man 27. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye, everybody.